hens are laying eggs. Yay! And now you're wondering how to store them. At the moment, I've got 5 laying hens in my rear garden. And when I first got hens in 2016, the way I stored eggs was to put the collected eggs in a egg box that I kept on my kitchen shelf. I took a pencil and I would write that day's date on them. And then when I was cooking, I just have a quick look at my egg box, find the oldest date, and cook with those first. Well, since 2016, my life has gotten a bit busier, mostly because of kids. So I was looking for a quick win in kind of reducing time in any of my routines. So when I was thinking of egg collecting and storing them for accuracy, I thought we need something a bit quicker, and I found the egg Helter Skelter, and I have one now, and it's just right for my circumstances. If you're unfamiliar with the term Helter Skelter, I had never heard that till I came to the UK. What it is a slide at an amusement fair, and a slide, then it twists around like a tower in the middle. So an egg Helter Skelter is just that. It stores your egg on this little slide, and you put the newest eggs on the top of the slide, and then you use the oldest eggs that are then at the bottom. And mostly when I take an egg from the bottom of the slide, the other ones will shuffle down. Some need more help than others. So my small bantam egg, that rolls really nice down the slide. And then the larger eggs, sometimes they need a little bit of a push or a little wiggle shake. My child, my son, he really likes the Helter Skelter. So in the footage here, for a bit of fun, we wouldn't normally put the eggs at the very top of the Helter Skelter and roll them all the way down. But do have a little bit of fun. I hope you enjoy watching us empty and refill the Helter Skelter here. Hi, I'm Beth from Garden City Chickens. I write an article weekly and do a video about the backyard chickens in my small garden in the United Kingdom. So you may have another question. Should you store your eggs at room temperature, or should you refrigerate your eggs? I grew up in Ohio in the United States, and my experience was that when I went to the shop, eggs were always in the cool refrigerated section. And when we brought our eggs home, they went right into the refrigerator, and if you were cooking with them, you may leave your egg out for a bit, like the fancy cooks on TV told you to do, to bring them to room temperature before you cooked them, but the other eggs would be safely back in the refrigerator. So when I came to the UK, where my partner's from, I was surprised to find that eggs are stored differently here. And you expect differences when you go to a different country. Like, I was expecting different currencies, but I wasn't expecting eggs to be stored differently at room temperature. So why is there a difference in how eggs are stored in the US and the UK? First, I need to tell you about an egg's bloom. When a hen lays her egg, there's this protective film around the outside of the shell called a bloom. And it's there to protect the porous eggshell from bacteria entering the egg. So a developing chick, as the hen sitting on it, is protected by this film. Now, when you wash an egg, that film is removed, and then bacteria can enter the egg. So here's where it starts to make sense. In the United Kingdom, commercial laying hens, their eggs are not washed. So they maintain their protective film, the bloom, and so that's why eggs in the UK are not refrigerated and don't need to be refrigerated when you bring them home, because they're protected from the bacteria entering them. Hens in the UK are also all vaccinated, and they also have laws about biosecurity, and these two things have led to almost no cases at all of salmonella in hens. So that's positive. They're definitely safe to eat. And then in the US, eggs by law have to be washed. So then when you wash these eggs, you're removing the bloom, and so you have to refrigerate these eggs in the US They need to be going right into, refrigerated truck, kept in the store refrigerated, brought home into your refrigerator, because now bacteria can enter those pores. In the U.S., vaccinating hens is not mandatory. However, most large egg producers do vaccinate. And there is testing for salmonella to be able to sell shelled eggs to the public. So that's the difference. So how do you store your own backyard chicken eggs? And how are commercial eggs stored where you live in the world? And what are your opinions about commercial laying hens? I've got lots of questions for you. Feel free to respond in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye.